Hello everybody, welcome back. Thank you for joining me for another video. All right, some exciting things to tell you in this intro. First off, I want to tell you that Tammy Anderson and I, for those of you who know, we are going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, February 18th and 19th. And Tammy and I are doing a Christmas sale. So what does that mean? So for 2 weeks only, starting December 1st to December 14th, we are taking $50 off the sale of a ticket. So if you are interested in attending and coming to see us in Charlotte, North Carolina, you can save $50 for 2 weeks only. We are doing a Christmas sale. So email us and you can get all the information that you need. It is being hosted at the Hyatt Hotel, which is like 5 minutes from the airport in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you get free shuttle service. And one of the things that Tammy and I are really looking forward to for this event is that we're doing it at a hotel this time, which means everyone who's coming and in booking a room, everyone's going to be under the same roof. So what does that mean? It means we, Tammy and I, get to spend more time with you. So we'll see you maybe at breakfast time. In between the morning and evening class, there's a good window in between where we are going to head next door to this fabulous restaurant, and anyone who wants to come and join us can come and sit and have lunch with us and talk with us and ask us questions, and just we'll get to know each other. So we're actually really looking forward to not only hosting these classes and meeting all the students and everyone who's planning on attending, but we're actually excited to actually get to spend some time with you guys too. So for those of you who want information, email us. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a different dynamic from Naples, Florida that we did in July. So we're really looking forward to switching things up a little bit and spending more time with those of you who come to see us and take our classes. So really excited about that. Christmas sale, $50 off your ticket, 2 weeks only. So if your significant other is asking you what you want for Christmas, this would be a great Christmas gift, just putting it out there. Also really quick, I am heading to the West Coast for Fluid Art Experience. That is happening in April 27th to the 29th. I will be in Seattle, Washington. So for those of you who want to come see me in the West Coast area, you can check out the website fluidartexperience.com. Okay, 2 completely different workshops. I'll be in North Carolina with Tammy, and then I'll be in the West Coast in Seattle with Fluid Art Experience crew and all those lovely people. So tickets are up and on sale. The website is up. All that information for both events will be in the description below. All right. You guys remember I talked about crystal resin. There is a sale going on for your shallow casting resin. So you can get shallow casting resin, not to be confused with the regular tabletop resin. Okay, this is for molds, not for top coating your coasters or your canvases with. This is shallow casting resin. It is good for your silicone mold. So that sale also includes this really neat silicone mold with 6 Christmas ornaments, which I did a few the other day, super duper quick. Look how cute these are. So I made like a snowflake, a snowman. Look at that. I did the stocking, Christmas tree, star. I threw some glitter in there. But yeah, so you get that. You get your shallow casting resin. You get the mold. You get a few other things. Check out the website. Again, I'll put the link in the description below. Get your hands on some shallow casting resin. I'm working on a project. I'm not going to tell you much about it. You're just going to have to be patient and wait. But I used my shallow casting resin to make this gorgeous, gorgeous rose and some other flowers. All right. So I'm not, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you, not telling you anything else. It is a project I'm working on, which I will eventually do a video on. But this is where shallow casting resin plays a role. So you know, virtually bubbleless, which is amazing. And so if you want to get your hands on some shallow casting resin, because when I show you guys what I'm working on with this, you might want to buy some. So you might want to buy it now that it's on sale. So keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to show you guys the dried results of the last piece that I did. And it dried pretty darn good. So all it needs now is a top coat of crystal resin. Look how pretty that looks. I love the colors. It's worked out really well, and I'm happy to report it has sold. So this piece is not available. Thank you, Rosa, for purchasing this piece. Rosa came to see me at Texas. She was in my classes at Texas. So thank you, Rosa, for that. I will resin it and ship it off to you once it is ready. Now, exciting news I want to tell you guys. A lot of people have been asking me about a recipe on how to use the TLP pigments in a Dutch pour, okay? So for those of you who keep asking, let me show you. For those of you who don't know, these are TLP pigments. This little piggy pigments, okay? They come in about, what is it? 78 colors plus 7 new colors being released on December 2nd. Okay, so there's a ton of colors, and I'm happy to report I have all of them. Yes, I do, because I just have to have everything. So these are TLP pigments, which are found on the Fluid Art Co website. And for those of you who are aware of the Shelly Art Bloom, you use these primarily in the blooms. So a lot of people have been asking me how to use these in a Dutch pour. So there's been a lot of back and forth, trial and error, testing this and that. And Billy from Fluid Art Co., awesome lady, love her, met her in Texas, she was amazing. We have come up with a recipe that has finally worked for TLPs in a Dutch pour with Floetrol. So I am going to do a video on that and likely release it on Sunday this week. And you will get a full tutorial on how to use pigments in your Dutch pour. And I'm going to show you an example of one I did. So this is a piece I did the other day where I used all my Dutch pour paints, but I added some TLP pigments and it worked perfectly. And I resined it, yes, but you can see, look at the shimmer right there. So we've got some shimmer. That is TLP Sangria. That's that color. And then there's shimmer in here. I can't remember what colors I used. I think I used 3 TLP piggies. But the shimmer is definitely there. Hard to tell, obviously, with this big ring light, you know, kind of blocking the view. But believe me when I tell you, I'm really happy with this. So this is actually a 12 by 16 inch canvas, and it is available for purchase for anyone who wants it. You can email me at kanellaciraco@gmail.com. But yes, super duper excited. So if you want to know how I did that, stay tuned for likely Sunday's video, and I will show you guys a full tutorial with ratios and what you need to be able to do a Dutch pour with your TLP piggies. All right, that is it. I'm going to do another bloom blowout today, so I'm going to get myself set up and let's get started. All right, everybody. So I'm again trying something different. I'm working on a 12 by 16 inch canvas, and I'm still doing like bloom ingredients, okay? Bloom technique, but I'm going to blow it out with my hair dryer. Okay, all the last videos you have seen, it's been an 8 by 24 inch canvas, and I do the lines. This time, I'm going to pretend this is just a regular Dutch pour, and I'm going to do my wispies and everything and see how that works out. No spinning on this. I'm hoping that just by blowing everything out the way I normally blow a Dutch pour, you know, it'll minimize the amount of paint that's left on the canvas. So we'll see how it goes. So if you are want to know how I mix my paints and my pigments for the bloom recipe, okay, for the bloom technique, completely different from a Dutch pour, check out video number 504. I will link it up here at the top. It'll pop up there, okay? So I am going to be using a color. This is Sherwin-Williams Color to Go, and the color I'm using is Anchors Aweigh. I really love this color. Now keep in mind it will always dry darker. So I'm using Anchors Aweigh. It's from Sherwin-Williams. And as of December 1st, here in Canada, not sure about the US, but here in Canada, they go for 30% off. They are $14.79, I believe, for this little container. And 30% off of that. So that is a good deal. Go and stock up because I know I am. All right. The colors I'm going to use are Lemon Sorbet by this little piggy, TLP, Lemon Sorbet. Then I'm using Dioxazine Purple by Atelier. So Dioxazine Purple. Then I'm using a color I don't think I've used called Brulee. That is also TLP, Brulee. Then one of my favorites is Sangria by TLP. So I've got Sangria, and then topping it off, a color I don't think I've used again is Latte by TLP. So those are the colors. Cell Activator, I'm going to do 2 because I keep seeing on Facebook and the Shelly Facebook groups that people use 2, sometimes 3 different cell activator colors, and it makes a really cool design. So I'm going to be using 2 in this one, and it may work for me, it may not. But again, testing this out. I am going to be using Payne's Gray and Deep Gold by Amsterdam. And these are my cell activators. Again, all that info posted in video number 504. All right, I am going to flood my canvas, and I'll be right back. All right, so I have that flooded. Boy, does it feel really different spreading that out with the spatula and it being ridiculously thick. But that's what you need for a bloom technique, is the paint must be super duper thick. So this should be interesting. All right, so I'm so not used to doing this from a cup. I love to have my squeeze bottles, obviously, as I dip the corner of my cup into my blue paint. All right, there we go. There's my lemon sorbet. Now let's do Dioxazine Purple. All right. See, the thing is, you can't really put these in a squeeze bottle because they need a very, very, and I mean very good mixing before you use them, because the pigments settle to the bottom of the cup or the bottle, and without stirring it and getting that stick at the bottom and making sure you're scraping the bottom, there's no way you are going to be able to get that at the bottom of a squeeze bottle. Now, yes, you could put a marble in there, but that's really not going to help get the pigments that have settled at the bottom. So I don't recommend doing that for your pigments. Now for cell activator, it's no problem. Give it a really good shake. There's no pigments in that, so nothing is settling at the bottom on those. You just really need to shake it super duper well to make sure the Floetrol is mixing really well with your Amsterdam paint. Boy, makes it easier though when you do have it in a squeeze bottle like my regular Dutch pours, but it is what it is. You notice how I'm cleaning the rim after each pour, because then it just gets all gunky on you. This is going to be interesting because it's obviously hard to blow out because they are really thick paints, but that's why I put the hairdryer on high and not low when doing these bloom blowouts. All right, there's all my colors. All right, I'm going to pop the air bubbles with just a stick here. Again, I don't recommend torching because you're not really supposed to torch house paint. So just pop any really big bubbles that you see. You could end up burning your paint and then you get like this skim layer of burnt whatever on your painting, and you don't want that. Okay, so, oh gosh, I don't really know if this is gonna work. And I debated whether I should just do like some squiggle lines of cell activator or not, but I'm not really sure. This might be a good idea or this might be a really bad idea, but it's an idea nonetheless. So I'm going to do that and pray it works out. All right, now I'm going to add the Payne's gray. Again, I don't know. We are practicing and doing this together. All right, I'm going to put it on high and let's get going. All right. So here's my thought is I had too much paint on the canvas. So too much of the colored paint on the canvas. Because there's definitely a lot to blow over. Or just maybe I'm not used to it because in my Dutch pours, there's a lot less. And it blows off so easily. So, but there is some really pretty cells happening. So you see how there's a blob here of gold and black. I'm going to try and blow down into it and hope that some cells appear from that. Did I did. I put my I always do that. I put my microphone into the painting. What else is new with me? I swear, I never learn, do I? I love having baby wipes on hand because you never know when you're going to need them. All right. All right, so I can already see some cells popping up after just doing that blow in there, which I really like. Let's see. Wow, there's a lot of pretty cells happening down here. And I'm going to fidget a little bit. I'm going to bring some of this color with my skewer into the center so I don't have this big black blob here. So I'm just going to drag my stick and just do like a little squiggly circle in the center. And then that way you don't have this big black blob. You know what I mean? You can fidget with it a little bit. Look how pretty that is now. So you don't have to stress too much. You can alter it, which is amazing. See? You can do little designs there. Like now it's like totally fine. I don't like this big blob here. So just a little squiggle just to break that up a bit. See, it really makes a difference. Like, I mean, I don't want to go overboard with it and just ruin it all, but I'm really loving this. I just really hope it stays like this though, because it'll expand, I'm sure, as it's drying. But yeah. Okay, I don't want to over fidget with it. So I think I'm going to leave it. And this is where I'm going to get my edges better covered with this blue paint, which I will do off camera. And then I'm going to bring you guys in for a close-up. Be right back. All right, everybody. So in this case, I can tell you to scrape your drips. Don't forget to scrape your drips. These are really thick drips, so you're probably going to want to do that a few times. So here it is, and it took me a while to get the sides covered because it's a lot thicker, the paint, but more cells have appeared since then. So I'm really loving. And see, that's where I did all the squiggles in the middle to fix the big chunk of black and gold in there. I'm really loving this. This thing is going to shimmer like crazy. Hopefully it dries really well. Let's hope. Let's turn the flash on. All right, so I've got the flash on. And, oh boy. Yeah, see, there's going to be some really amazing shimmer in this piece because 4 out of the 5 colors I used were TLP pigments. So this thing is in shimmer overload, which I love. This is going to look stunning when it's dry. I'm like crossing my fingers and toes that it dries well. And, you know, because I didn't spin any of it, this is like one of my favorite parts. Look at that. So because I didn't spin any of it, I'm hoping that there's not a bunch of paint left on the canvas that's going to eventually ruin the piece. But we will see. We shall see. Tester piece. All right, and there you have it, everybody. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. It will be available for purchase for anyone who's interested in purchasing this piece. Email me, kanellaciraco@gmail.com. Don't forget my Christmas sale with Tammy for our Fluid Art Creative Escape Workshop. Save $50 off your ticket. Email us for information and details. And yeah, everything you need to know is listed in the description below. Right below every video, there's a description with tons of information. The colors I used in the painting, timestamps, discounts for a lot of products I use. So check those out. Links to my Amazon shop for those of you who shop on Amazon. If you click on my link and just simply shop like you normally would, it actually helps me and my channel. So I would appreciate that. But yeah, everything is in the description below. So much information. So check that out and stay tuned for Sunday where I will show you guys a full video tutorial on how I did a Dutch pour using TLP pigments and regular Dutch pour paints. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.